The Mini 4 Pro and 3 Pro are the most popular lightweight prosumer drone on the market. I have already compared them in terms of photography, but in this video I will focus on video features and footage quality to help users who hesitate between the two models or others who are thinking about upgrading. The Mini 4 Pro has the same sensor size as the Mini 3 Pro, at 1/1.3 inches. All other camera specs are the same in the two models, with a field of view of 82.1 degrees, equivalent to 24 mm, and a very wide aperture of f1.7. The maximum video bitrate is 150 Mbps for both models. From the specs, we might assume that the quality of the footage should be very close, but in my comparison for photography I noticed several differences in the images obtained, with increased detail and richer colors in the Mini 4 Pro. This is due to a new image signal processor and various improvements in the algorithm. We will check later on in this video how this affects the quality of the footage. The new model can shoot 4K video at a maximum frame rate of 100 fps for extreme slow motion, which can be spectacular in certain situations. The Mini 3 Pro at 4K resolution is limited to 60 frames per second. The new model has 3 color profiles: the 8-bit normal plus 2 10-bit ones, D-Log-M and HLG. While the Mini 3 Pro has a single 10-bit mode, D Cinelike. I will show you some examples later in this video, but if you want to dig deeper into the different color profiles of the Mini 4 Pro, you can watch my specific video by clicking on the link above. The Mini 4 Pro was introduced at the same price as the Mini 3 Pro, but the previous model can now often be found at a more competitive price. You can check the updated price for the different configuration in the description of this video. These are affiliate links, so I gain a small percentage when purchases are made, which helps to keep the channel going. With the Mini 4 Pro, DJI has introduced an array of new functionalities never seen in a drone below 250 grams, some previously reserved for the flagship models of the prosumer line. Most of these features apply more to video than to photography. 3 of them could justify the choice of this model over the Mini 3 Pro. The Mini 4 Pro is the first drone below 250 grams to offer omnidirectional obstacle avoidance. There are pairs of sensors placed in a similar position as in the Mini 3 Pro, but they have a wider vision and protrude to the sides and upwards, protecting the aircraft at 360 degrees. This is a major safety feature that saved my drone on many occasions. It was previously reserved for the Mavic 3, and it is now available in all new models of the DJI prosumer line. With these functionalities, it is possible to track subjects at close range using the new powerful Active Track 360 mode. I still suggest some caution when flying very close to wiry obstacles like bird tree branches, bushes, or power lines, as in general obstacle sensors struggle to detect them. However, during my test with the new model, I have not encountered any issue, even in the most challenging situations. The weak point of the Mini 3 Pro is signal transmission, and DJI has acknowledged the issue and has taken measures to improve it. Unlike the previous lightweight models, the Mini 3 Pro doesn't have feet at the end of the front wings. This is where the antennas are generally placed in a vertical position. In this model, the antennas are inside the front wing, in a horizontal position, and this is considered one of the culprits for the poor signal transmission. In the Mini 3 Pro, DJI has reverted to the traditional design, with the antenna inside the small feet. Something similar happened with the remote controller. The RC model with a built-in screen of the Mavic 3 Pro has only a pair of internal antennas, and this could be another cause for the poor transmission. It has now been replaced by the RC2, compatible with the Mini 4 Pro and the Air 3. The new controller integrates 2 built-in and 2 external antennas, supporting a dual transmitter quad receiver system for enhanced signal strength. The Mini 4 Pro has a new video transmission system, OcuSync 4, compared to the OcuSync 3 of the Mini 3 Pro. The strength of the signal varies according to the geographical location and the interferences. Here in Southern Europe, the signal of the Mini 4 Pro is much stronger than the one of the Mini 3 Pro, and this can by itself justify the choice of the new model, especially for users living in areas of strong interference. Waypoint mode is a feature that has always been reserved for the top model of the line. It is a very sought-after functionality, and many users hope it will be one day added to the Mini 3 Pro. It is now available in the Mini 4 Pro. It works by creating a mission based on 2 or more points. For each point, the position, the altitude, and the camera orientation are stored in memory, forming a path for precise movements. A mission can be recorded to perform the same move at different times of the day, with other light conditions, or in different seasons. Waypoint can also be used for professional uses, like following the progress of a building site, or for inspections. Cruise control is a feature that can be mapped to one of the buttons of the remote controller. When the drone is flying at a certain speed and direction, we can hit the button to maintain a constant path until we press the button again to exit cruise control. It is possible to perform more complex movements, like flying diagonally while raising or descending. The operator can then focus on extra moves, like tilting the gimbal smoothly. A new icon displays constantly on the screen the position of the home point, useful as a reference for bringing the drone home. At the bottom of the aircraft, close to the downward sensors, there is an auxiliary LED with a powerful light that can be turned on in the settings. It is useful when landing to visualize the area and also to keep track of the drone when bringing it back. Other new features include an advanced return to home and a night mode. Let's watch some footage taken with a 8-bit normal mode, the one meant to be used with little or no editing. If I set the white balance at around 5500K, the value I use for daylight conditions, the Mini 3 Pro tends towards yellowish-brownish tone. Things improve considerably at a value of about 5000 kelvins. Out of the camera, the footage needs a good dose of extra contrast and saturation to shine. It is very pleasing and certainly a big step up compared to previous DJI lightweight models. However, in my opinion, the Mini 3 Pro is slightly weak in terms of detail, especially in elements far away. With the Mini 4 Pro I immediately noticed more detail and an excellent structure of the sky. The new image processor and the advance in the algorithm pay big dividends. The footage is already excellent without any editing. Although occasionally a hint of extra contrast can be beneficial. This time I could not use the two drones, one immediately after the other, as I normally do for comparisons, because my Mini 3 Pro had an accident and needs repairs. However, I've used the same location at the same time of the day, with similar light conditions. Watching the two models one after the other, I notice even more the increase in detail on the Mini 4 Pro. Especially in the top-down clips. But this is my opinion. It would be interesting to hear your impressions in the comment. Comparing the two 10-bit flat profiles, the difference in quality is even more evident. Footage taken with the Mini 4 Pro in D-Log M has considerably more detail, the colors are richer, and the files respond much better to post-processing. The first version of D Cinelike in the Mini 3 Pro was a bit disappointing. It has since improved with firmware upgrades, but it cannot compete with the new model. The Mini 4 Pro has another 10-bit color mode, HLG. I'm not analyzing it here, as it is quite complex to integrate with other profiles in the same timeline. If you wanna know more about it, please check my analysis of the color profiles of the Mini 4 Pro on my website. You will find a link in the description. For users interested in video, the difference between the Mini 4 Pro and the 3 Pro is much more important than for photography. Footage quality with the new model is noticeably better in all departments, and new features like omnidirectional obstacle detection, Waypoint mode, and improved signal transmission are real game changers. Given the current price of the two models, I would definitely recommend choosing the Mini 4 Pro. Click on this link to watch my comparison of the two models for photography. And don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video interesting. Thank you.